Pretty pathetic, huh? Well, you'll never believe this, but that depressed egg under that turban was once a human being. And not just any human being. That guy was the greatest sorcerer in the world. This is his story. Well, actually, my story. That's right. I'm that turban face. The name's Voldemort. Lord Voldemort. I was the world's nicest guy and they ruined my life for no reason. Is that hard to believe? Well, look. You go back to the beginning, and this all makes sense. Oh, look, it's me. Oh, when I had my body, before this brutish little baby attacked me with his love. And he tried to kill me, but not quite. Vicious little baby. Not quite. I had to move to Albania, while he lived the gilded life of a celebrity. That's where I met Quirinus Quirrell. You can tell his parents didn't love him. QQ is your initials. We came to a little agreement. I could share his body and in return he could have a life of significance. There's only 3 places on the human body a face can realistically fit, so I suppose I should be thankful I ended up on the back of the head. Fast forward 11 years, and who comes wandering into our midst but that bloodthirsty little baby? Look at that entitlement. Gonna drip off him. They say you stop growing emotionally the moment you become famous. So I guess he has the emotional intelligence of a 2-year-old. It was all I could do to not chomp through the turban and bite him on the shoulder. I was just whispering in Quirrell's ears, our ears, of get him, avenge me. But it wasn't the right time. Access to your own body is a basic human right, and I was robbed of that right. So it was time to play Potter at his own game. Got a job at Hogwarts. A post I could never get when I was in my own body because of the glass ceiling imposed on dark wizards. Guess what, Dumbledore? I got the Defense Against the Dark Arts job in the end. Ha! I win. My least favorite part of the year was every 10 days or so when Quirrell would he'd have to shave and then wax his head. I mean, it's better than constantly having a face full of fuzz, but you tried blinking with fuzzy eyelids. It's degrading. I used to be the most feared wizard on the planet, and for an entire day afterwards I'd look like a bruised peach. I'd lived the life of a peach long enough. I needed the stone. Our first attempt with the bank heist was an absolute shit show, so we're on to plan 2. Release a troll into the dungeons, the Slytherin common room. For plausible deniability. Why would Voldemort attack the Slytherins? Then off to the stone. Boom! Body back. Everyone's favorite Dark Lord is back in business. If Potter didn't have such a rock-hard core, we'd have killed him and had an easy run at the stone, all in one fell swoop. I mean, who saw that coming? The ripped, specky kid. So plan 2. Potter's a rookie. And in his first Quidditch game, he's gonna be nervous. If he were to take a little tumble, who's going to ask questions? 100-foot fall, neck first. With him gone the way of blunt force trauma, then we can take our time on the stone. Or do it some other way. I mean, there's lots of ways to do it. Of course, with the entire faculty there, someone probably would have softened his landing. I rate this plan D-. Rushed. That said, they do let the less important kids just plummet to their death. Anyway, Severus setting himself on fire wrecked that little plan. I was at the time surprised Snape didn't dob us into Dumbledore after trying to murder a student, but now I know he was actually on my side. You may be wondering how I stayed alive for this year. I could not eat at the Great Hall, as it would have drawn too much attention. So Quirrell nourished me on what snacks he could sneak from the lunch feasts. I developed quite a fondness for McCoy's crisps. Through the year, I noticed the bags seemed to get smaller and smaller. I mean, I'm not one for conspiracies, but you do just seem to get less for your sickles these days. As good as they were, cheese and onion crisps were not enough to sustain me. I needed blood, unicorn blood. And I could not believe my front eyes when being caught out of bed resulted in my nemesis being isolated in the dangerous forest. could not believe my luck. But Hogwarts does pride itself on its ironic punishments. Then, for some reason, I moved really slowly. In hindsight, should have just Avada Kedavra the centaur and... Need a new cameraman now. And then a little Imperio. Potter can go for a peaceful little sleep in the lake. Then back for a slap-up unicorn's blood. And before you say that makes you evil, he is actively doing everything in his power to stop me getting my body back. And he started it. A diet of purely cheese and onion crisps and unicorn blood is... Well, Quirinus said it was the breakfast of champions. We were living it up, having a great time.
The moment the blood touches your lips, you will have a half-life. A cursed life.
Oh, he's right. Really, this was a low point of a low year. How is it that I, heir to Salazar Slytherin... Oops, spoiler. And the greatest sorcerer that ever lived had to be confined for an entire year to live inside a turban? A glorified teaching assistant. Think about that for a second. So on to plan 3. We spend more time on this one. I'd always planned my big schemes to culminate around term 3, so hopefully Potter would be distracted by exams. Or girls. Cho Chang was a plant, for example. About cognitive load. So we were really close to the stone. And who shows up to ruin the day?
Snape tried to kill me.
No, dear boy. I tried to kill you.
And trust me, if Snape hadn't caught fire and broken my eye contact, I would have succeeded. Even with Snape.
Me speak to him.
Master, you are not strong enough.
See? Full-bodied, strapping young man, or weak face on the back of someone's head who requires all his energy just to have a conversation. But all of a sudden, nobody wants to back the underdog.
See what I've become. See what I must do to survive. Live for another. And be a parasite.
Self-esteem through the floor. I'd really internalized that. So I've revealed myself to this emotionally stunted toddler. Look at me, Potter. Look at what your vicious attack did to me. I gave him a generous choice, a chance to make amends, make it up to me. And I even offered to necromance his parents, and I didn't have to do that. And watch his reaction.
You liar!
You see? You hear the venom in his voice. I offer a truce, and he just calls me names. Okay. I think I just got a bit overwhelmed. This was out of line. I guess I must have just let my resentment of him and what he did to me for a moment. It got the better of me. But it had been 11 years. 11 years of... I mean, you've seen my quality of life. While he lived it up. Own body, own bedroom, own family. If I had my time again, I'd have simply used a little forgivable spell to make him give me the stone. So, to be clear, as soon as he learns his touch can burn my literal skin off, he and his vicious love weapon, what does he do? He goes straight for the back of my head, Quirrell's face. Thanks a lot, Potter. That's 2 bodies you owe me. And you can clean that up. All my best laid plans. I was distraught. Can this guy not catch a break? I spent a full year grooming that bald man into... finding an evil enough bald man to allow me to be on the back of their head. I mean, they don't just grow on trees. So I hopped from evil bald man to evil bald man. Maybe evil's a bit harsh, but amoral at least. Set me getting my life back. It must have been at least 3 years. Guess I'll go live in a Moldovan forest for another decade. So yes, not quite the same story, is it, when you consider all perspectives? Well, you just wait until I tell you the next part of the story, where that vicious baby destroyed part of my soul. Yes, you heard right, my actual soul. Thank you to all our patrons and members for sticking with me through this rough patch. Like and subscribe to get the best chance of seeing the next chapter. Because oh boy, does it get worse.